So welcome to our digital and physical planner session. Uh, Jasmine and I really wanted to do this session because we know that in this, during quarantine, it's a little bit hard to organize ourselves. So we really want to emphasize time management and organization, especially now that first year students are heading into college. It's like very different than high school because in high school, basically everything was tracked out for you. And now it's like everything on your own, especially since I don't know about you guys, but most of my classes are asynchronous. So it's like everything is on my own time. And like there's no set schedule where you have to meet with your class. It's like you do the work as it comes in. So for me, organization is really the key to staying on top of it. Like I have been getting straight A's and I'm hoping to continue getting straight A's in order to keep my scholarship. So for me, organization is really important, and the way that I keep myself organized is with a planner. So in order to be successful, I find that using a planner is very useful to write down all my assignments and make sure that I'm staying on top of them. So, Jasmine, do you want to talk about your digital system for keeping organized with your planner?
Yeah. So Natasha said, college is different. It's more independent, and with more independence comes more responsibility. Um, so even between me and Natasha, we have both very different systems, and I'm going to share on the screen my system. So what I use is an iPad and an Apple Pencil, which, in my opinion, is a great tool. Absolutely not necessary, but it's a great tool to have. Oh no. Sorry, guys. Let me. Okay. So you should be seeing my screen. So this is kind of the way my planner situation is set up. So I have like some monthly planners at the beginning, and then you can see I have them color coded. Just this was my summer schedule, so I only had 2 classes, and then again for August, and then we see Roundup right there. And then I have a weekly planner, and then a daily planner, which is actually one of the ones we gave you guys. I wanted to use it before just to make sure, like, is this effective? Is this useful? Too. But so we'll start with a weekly planner. The weekly planner, I basically is like a more general, like week at a glance type thing. And it's not super specific, but you'll see like I have basic things, work, I have a project due at 5 p.m., maybe a Zoom meeting at 2 or multiple Zoom meetings in the fall. We can see some days are busier than others, and then the exams on Friday. And then for the month, like for the weekly, again, for the daily, I mean, we see like the color coordination that I use. And then for the important times, I have like, I had a work meeting at 10 a.m. that day, and then a Zoom meeting at 2 p.m. And then what's red is like examples. So I know a lot of you guys are going to have maybe academic advising sessions that you guys are going to have to sign up for. So you have an academic advising session and a project due, or X, Y, and Z. And then for the to-do list, so I know I work like this, and I know a couple of other people who work like this, but like to-do lists are super helpful. I'm a really visual person, so being able to like cross off things off of a list makes me feel just a little more accomplished and like I'm actually being productive, especially when we're sitting at a computer all day. It doesn't always feel like we're doing much, but giving yourself little goals to accomplish throughout the week or throughout the day not only is like motivating, but it helps you reach like the ultimate goal quicker. So for example, the ultimate goal might be a project that's due at the end of the week, or a paper you have to write in maybe by the next class period in like 2 days. But yeah, let's see. Or like another thing I like to break up is like reading. So if I have a chapter to read, I personally do not have the attention span to sit for hours and hours. So I have to break up readings, and I'll break them up maybe like 5 pages at a time, just so I can almost schedule breaks in between. Because if I don't, then I will end up on some social media platform not doing what I'm supposed to. Another example is you guys are probably going to have quite a few different boards this semester. So an example of the way I usually do discussion boards is, so there you'll see I have a discussion board due at 11:59. Usually they'll require like an actual post and then 2 responses. So usually when I have this, I'll put like 3 little dots, and I'll put, okay, first dot, done. Second dot, I responded to 1 person, check. Okay, I responded to 2 people, check. And then I know Natasha's also gonna cover this just a little bit, but I kind of do a thing where I look at the syllabus and then write it down in the calendar. And sometimes things do change because it usually says on the syllabus it's subject to change because we have different things that happen throughout the semester. But even if they do change, then at least you have like a rough draft of, oh, okay, I know this is gonna be due around this time, that kind of thing. Yeah. So also, so this is the way I use the planners. There are also other ways. This is kind of extra, I know that, but you don't always have to, you don't need these things. So if your mom's a teacher or you have a laminating machine anywhere, you can laminate it and use dry erase markers. So like I said again, we put the link in the comments or in the chat. I sound like a YouTuber. Sorry guys. We put the link, and we're also gonna post it on our social media. So be looking out for that. So laminating is one way, and then another way.
Lines.
Okay, yeah.
And so what Jasmine's talking about is that most of these are reusable, so that it's kind of just like, I believe the only one that you goes like by the dates is this fall 2021. And then all the other ones, you can print them once. And then like Jasmine was saying, if you have a laminator, you can just laminate and use, what's it called? With
the dry erase
markers, yes. And then what else did you say, Jasmine?
Oh yes, there's another way. There are these sheet protectors that you can buy off of Amazon. They're not super expensive. I think I want to say like $8 for a big pack of them. Basically what it is, it's a little slit that you can put the paper in, and it's kind of the same concept as laminating. So you put it in and you could write on it with dry erase marker. There's also, aside from dry erase markers, there's also these markers called wet erase markers. So basically you would just need like a wet paper towel to erase it, but they usually. And then Natasha's gonna talk about her system, her planner system.
Okay, so I am more of a physical planner person. I have to write everything down physically, if not I won't remember. So what I do is I have this like small little planner that I got from Walmart. It's very similar. In the past I had a Vera Bradley one, but I had gotten it on sale, but usually they are super, super, super expensive, like upwards of $35, $40, $50. And this one, which is very similar, only costed like 15. So it's kind of so I think um, this planner has like for each day there's 2 columns, and then in the first column what I tend to do, can you hear me? I have a notification that says the speaker's not working.
Yeah, you're going in and out. Like
Okay,
it's really
so
staticky
oh
sometimes. Like right now I can hear you clear.
okay. um so as I was saying, that this planner has like 2 columns, and just like Jasmine, I was taking 2 classes this summer. So as you can see, this says July, and this is like the 13th through the 19th this week. So what I usually do is I write down all my assignments, I look through the syllabus, and whatever the teacher has on the course schedule or on the syllabus that assignments are due certain days, I put it within the first column. And then as the weeks go by, like if it's the beginning of the week, Monday, I look at all the assignments I have throughout the week and then I prioritize. Um, so, like, um, this stuff, um, if I knew that it was going to be due on Monday, then I would try to get it done the Sunday before. So, like, here I have writing assignment 1 was due on Friday, but I wrote it down to do on Wednesday. So like I finished it Wednesday so that I could stay on top of my schoolwork and not like get behind. And then because this is like how I do it, I decided to adapt it to a one of the um, designs we made. So this fall 2020 is basically very, very similar to my personal like planner. So like it has like the blank area for where I write my like to do assignments that the teacher assigned, and then on this left side is where I write like the priority. I'm gonna do it this day, then I'll write it down on this side. And then on this planner, towards the end of each month, I added like a notes section for anyone who wants to write notes. And then this is like a little habit tracker section. So like if you're tracking a habit, you can track it. I use it for um, working out like so I'm trying to use it more. You can't hear me?
Oh, I think you might just, yeah, it was going in and
I
out.
need to get closer.
I think you just need to get
Okay.
closer.
Like I was saying, I use mine for working out. So I just like mark down the days that I did work out, and it'll help me, like give me that little bit of motivation. Cause like if I see more days working out, I'll feel like better about myself. And then like Jasmine said, let me close this. Like you could definitely print them out. So that's what I did. This is like my current August. So I forgot to mark down, but we're already the 21st, and like these are just the different sessions we had for Roundup. Here, like it's the first day of school. The 27th is the last day to add classes, and it's also payment day. Payment day was originally on the 19th, last Wednesday, but due to the high demand, they moved it to next Thursday, the 27th. And then I've started adding my classes. Some of my professors have already posted the syllabus. So like down here, it's like I also like to color code. You can't really see that well, but they're like different colors like green, blue, purple, pink, and gold. And then so I've started writing down the different like topics we're covering and the different assignments that they've already assigned us. So for that one, it is like day by day you'll have to print out all of it. And I just wanted to let you know that the library is open, and that's how I printed this stuff, because ink costs a lot of money and we get like 500 free prints per semester. So if you go to the library, just wear your mask, stay socially distant, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer. They have the hand sanitizer dispensers there. So that's what I recommend, because it's cheaper than like wasting your ink and then paying like upwards of $45 for that. And then like Jasmine was saying, I have an example here of the what do they got? The sheet protectors. So here's one that I downloaded. I haven't written on it, but this one I have. It's basically the same as this one, but reusable. And it's also within that link. And so this one, I just use some dry erase markers, and then I have a little cloth in order to clean it off. So here it's like, today I had oatmeal, and banana for breakfast, and tuna salad for lunch. So I just wrote that down. And then today at 12 o'clock, we had a FYE podcast, and right now it's the planner session. And after this, we're gonna have a guru panel. So it's just helping me track my day a little bit. And then for this semester, I'm migrating from the smaller planner onto this bigger one, because it just has more space to write down everything. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about my system. So that's how some of these designs got developed, basing it on like our personal systems. So I would just really recommend finding what works for you, because like Jasmine and I are two completely different people. We use like different systems. So just understand what works for you. And like if you're not the type of person to write everything down, if you work better with just using the course calendars, then that's great. If you work better with, I know someone in another guru was talking about, I believe it was Jerry, he said that he works better just putting everything on his Google Calendar, and that works for him because it reminds him. But yeah, that's about it. What we wanted to do was make the planner kind of interactive. So I was hoping to get your feedback on what next month's planner idea could be. So like this one, it's kind of like back to school themed. In the background, there's a whole bunch of school supplies. So what would be like a good idea for a September planner? Like, I know October would be really easy. We could do like a Halloween theme, but for September, is there anything that you'd be interested in like having the theme be? It doesn't necessarily have to be like holiday centered or anything. It can be like a favorite TV show, a new movie that came out, like a book character. It doesn't really have to be like super. So.
And we'll probably be putting something on our social media so you guys can have more of an input, because it's like she said, we want you guys to, we are your student peers. We're also students here. And I think the whole concept behind these whole like designs and planners was that it's free, and now everything's online, and buying planners can get expensive. So we wanted to create something that is much cheaper and that we can reuse over and over. I mean, as much as we can.
Exactly. So if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the chat. If not, we'll also be posting like call outs on our social media. So if you want to um, give us your feedback or ideas on there, we would really appreciate it. And that's about it. Our um, the link is here in the chat. So I'm just gonna post it again because I don't know if so if you joined like after I sent it, if you're still able to see it, but I just sent it again. And like we said, this link will also be posted on our social media, and we will continue as the months go on. We will continue to add a new monthly design, and that's about it. We really hope you like the resources we've provided for you, a little bit of explanation how we personally use ours. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
So aside from the planners, there are other resources you can use, like on the App Store, Apple, Android, whatever it may be. One I use is called Forest. And like I said before, there are some people who can sit down and study for like a solid 2-3 hours. I can't. I've tried and I can't. I have to get up and move like every now and then, 30-45 minutes. But I found that even if I do work for 30-45 minutes, it's hard to leave your phone down. So maybe like a year or two ago, I found this app. It's called Forest. Let me show you guys. It's the little tree right here. And so what it does, it's basically a timer. So it's a timer that you can grow trees on. It's really cute. The thing about it is that when you start a timer, it kind of blocks you from using Instagram or Facebook because it'll like redirect you back to the app. So like, and then so let's see. So here you see how there's that little tree there. But the more, oh no, the more I grow it, the more little leaves show up. So then that's it with little leaves. Or not, obviously you don't have to use like apps like this. Even just having the app on your phone, set a timer for 30 minutes, work for a solid 30 minutes, take a short 5-minute break, get up, walk around, and then get back to work. Because baby steps is better than no steps, guys. It helps, and I like, and as you go through your college experience, you'll kind of realize more and more what time management works for you and how you work. So short breaks work for me, and it usually makes me more productive because even if I am only reading like 5 pages at a, or no, only if I'm reading like 2 pages at a time with breaks in between, you get closer and closer to the end. And if you're really good about staying true to that and not deviating from those 5-minute breaks, you can get a lot done. Especially, I know this semester is going to be really different for everyone, not just freshmen, but sophomores, juniors, seniors, because everything is online. Like we're being cautious. So having a system for you we encourage you to do it, even if it's just like a post-it with little to-dos or inputting reminders on your Google calendars or your calendar app on your phone. Just having somewhere to keep track. Because I know in the past what's happened to me, and I know I have a few friends who the same thing has happened to them. We take online classes, and then they assign like a homework at the beginning of the week. You kind of try to mentally remember it, but by Thursday, you're like, didn't I have something for that class? And you check your email, and it's due at 11:59 that night, and you completely forgot. So having some kind of to-do list, planner system usually helps because our memories falter. And if we have it written down, it's almost like our planner is kind of reminding us because we'll see it there throughout the whole week, kind of bugging you, saying, "Hey, don't forget you have this due at this time." But yeah.
That's a great suggestion. It was like after you mentioned it, I was just like, "Oh, forest, that's interesting." And then like all of a sudden, I remember it's like, "Oh my gosh, I've heard of that one." Like, it's like you get to like plant little trees, and then you see your forest grow after, like, the more time you use it.
Yeah, it's super cute, and I seriously, especially during finals week, I use it a ton during finals week because at that point it's like I don't have time to do anything else. You have to study. Like, even if you've procrastinated, there's no more procrastinating this week. And I know there are other apps like it on the Apple Store. Like, there are quite a few apps that are kind of function the same way, where you're like growing something and it blocks you from like social media for that amount of time. But I've found it really helpful.
Yeah, that's really good, especially like the blocking from social media part, because like nowadays, those are some of our like biggest distractions, like social media. Like you can spend like hours and not even realize it. So
Yeah.
blocking us from accessing that, I think that's really good. So for those of you that just joined us, I don't know if you can see in the chat the previous messages, um, but we created some planner designs for you to access for free. Um, I don't know if you can see the previous messages, so I'll just send the link again. And when you click on the link, you'll be able to access a folder on Google Drive that has, I believe, 8 different designs that you can download, you can print out, or you can just use digitally because they're PDF versions. Um, like Jasmine, she uses planners digitally, and I use them like physically. Like I have my planner here. So we've adapted our different methods to suit as many people as possible. And so we just like really encourage you to use our different designs so you can stay organized and be successful this semester.
Should we go over them again? Like just a little review or no?
If you want, yeah, like the designs themselves or like our different systems or both.
Maybe like maybe both, and then
Okay.
we'll fix it up or whatever.
Okay, do you want to go first?
Yeah. Okay. So I use an iPad and an Apple Pencil, and I bought the Apple Pencil last semester. I'm currently a senior, so I'm in upper level classes at this point, but I've found it's a really great tool. You don't need it. You 100% don't need it, but just to, tips and tricks. But I'm going to share with you my planner system. There it is. So I use, like I said, my iPad. So usually there are printables everywhere, but a lot of times when I try to search them up, it takes me to some kind of store where I have to buy them, and I don't want to buy them. So we made some for you guys, so you don't have to buy them. And now you have free printables to use either in paper. We're going to share some other ways you can use them too. But the way I have my planner set up is this is from summer. So I was taking 2 classes and I color coordinated them so that I know what's due when. And also what you'll, what chapters I have to read in that week, as well as the Zoom meetings I may have. And then again, I would mark them off as days would pass. And then I also have a weekly planner and a daily planner. The weekly planner is pretty basic and it's like really general. So like I have work on this day, I have a project due on this day, the Zoom meetings I had, things like that, chapters I had to read, and exam days, there you see it on Friday. For the daily planner was a little more specific. So like this Monday, I had a meeting at 10 a.m. for work, and then I had a Zoom meeting at 2 p.m. You guys are probably going to have academic advising sessions, so I put like a little example there too. And then at 5 p.m. I had a project too. And then the to-do list is so you can kind of cross off things and break up assignments, that kind of thing. So I have a better example of breaking up assignments on the next page. So I had a big project due this week. It had 5 parts. It felt really overwhelming, but I broke it up into different parts. So I've worked on parts 1 through 3, just so I could be sure I had that down, and then I've worked on the rest of it. And then you could see you might have a lot of readings this semester, so I would break down my readings as well because it's easier for me to accomplish things that way. Some other ways you can use these planners, the ones like the printables we provided you, you can use a laminating machine and then write on it with dry erase marker. And there are also some, I forgot what they're called. They're like sheet protectors that you can use to also write on it with dry erase markers. They're super cheap for like a pack of like maybe 10, like $8 maybe. But yeah, that's the system I use. The system I use is different from the system Natasha uses. And the way we made these is kind of so that they're adaptable to different formats of being used.
Yeah, so like Jasmine said, my system is completely different than hers. Like I personally like to do everything physically. I write everything down. I bought this planner from Walmart, and I think it's very good quality, but it was still like $15. So instead of spending that $15, I basically kind of copied a design very similar to this, and I posted it on our Google Docs, on our Google Drive. So that folder that you have access to, this design is called Fall 2020. And you have like a monthly spread to write down everything, and then like it goes day by day. And the only like downside to this is that if you wanted to, like, this one's not really reusable. Like you can, like, because it goes day by day, week by week, it's not as reusable. So that's why most of the other ones are. So like, for example, this one is reusable. This is like the same spread, the monthly, and you just write the name of the month here at the top, and then it's the same design, but this one you are able to print it out once, and if you have the access to a laminator like Jasmine said, or if you buy some of these sheet protectors, you can write it down and then just wipe it away because it's reusable. So like August for September, because like it's already in a week, I could just erase it really quickly and then reuse the same printable, print it once, and that's it. So personally, for my like system is this planner had 2 columns. So in summer I was taking 2 classes, so I used 2 different tones of like blue, like 2 different pens, and I would write all the assignments that I needed to do on this side, And teachers usually post the assignments sometimes on their syllabus, like for the whole semester, the major assignments that you need to complete. And sometimes they just post them like as time goes on, like during like week by week. So I was fortunate to have like both my teachers post all the assignments in like a course schedule. So I wrote down all the assignments here, and then as the weeks went on, at the beginning of the week, I would prioritize which assignments needed to be done first, and then I would list them again on this one, and this is where I would like have it like priority. So it's like super satisfying to cross something off when you're done with it. So like that's why I really enjoy like a physical planner. And like I said, it was adapted into like this one. And so here's the same month of August this month. And so like I just wrote down some important things like all week. This week we're having Vaquero Roundup with different sessions. So I just wrote down all the different sessions that I'd be participating in. And then the first day of school is next Monday. And then the last day to add classes is the 27th, so next Thursday. And that same day is also the new payment day. So originally payment day was supposed to be this Wednesday, but because of the overwhelming amount of like students that needed help, UTRGV moved payment day to next Thursday. And so a tip I have is to, if you're able to go to campus, utilize the library's resources, because the library, the computer lab, the computer sections are still open and the printers are still working. And if you don't know, every semester you get 500 free prints from the library. And so instead of like wasting your ink at home, because ink can become super expensive and it runs out really, really fast. So I just went to the library, I used my masks, I sanitized, I kept my distance, and I was able to print this out at our school's library, and it wasn't like a problem. And I was also able to print this one out. This is like August 2020, a different one. And I haven't really used this one because I like to write things out like as the days go. So I'm not very big on reusable, but I'm gonna try to get into it this semester. And then so here is the other reusable one, and I really like this one. It's like a daily schedule. So today we had the FYE podcast earlier at noon, and then right now we're having our planner session, and then after this there's going to be a guru panel. So that just helps me remember what I'm supposed to do today. And these I have, like Jasmine said, in sheet protectors so that I am able to wipe them off and reuse them, because so that you don't have to print a new one every single week. We made them reusable for you guys. And then another thing I wanted to mention was that this August 2020, we're planning to release something similar once a month for every new month. And we want your guys' feedback because we want you to feel like this is your planner. And so we're going to be posting on our social media. And if you have any suggestions for a September like calendar planner design suggestion, like a theme, we'd really appreciate you sending that to us. It doesn't have to be like for October. It would be really easy to do like Halloween theme, but like I'm not really sure what to do for September, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like holiday related. The theme for this August one was like sort of back to school, because we're going back to school next Monday, and like so in the background you can't really tell that much, but there's like a whole bunch of different school supplies. So if you have any suggestions, it doesn't have to be like um, super like technical. It can be like a show, a TV show. That's the same thing. A movie, like a
Mm.
character in a book, or something that you just really love. We'd appreciate your feedback for something that you guys want to see in our next planner design. So we're also going to be putting like call outs on our social media to see if you guys have any feedback. And I think that's about it. That's everything we wanted to talk about. Um, we just, oh my God, I love that idea.
That's great.
Cats
I
are
love
my
it.
favorite. I have three indoors and we have three outside, and we're slowly transitioning them, all of them, to be indoor cats. So I absolutely adore a cat themed month.
But
That's a
yeah, that's
great
like
idea.
exactly like they're like random national holidays. Those are perfect. That's a good idea.
So we'll definitely keep that in mind. If everyone else agrees, then we'll definitely do that. Thank you for the suggestion. Um, so yeah, we just really wanted to emphasize like staying on top of your classes. Like I know it's gonna be really hard because like COVID and quarantine, um, but school is like still like important. So we just want to emphasize like staying organized, and um, hopefully with these planners and the different designs we've created, you can find one that really suits your style the best, and you're able to utilize them this semester and like stay organized and hopefully succeed in your classes. Is there anything else you want to add, Jasmine?
Um, I think just like aside from those tips, um, this year is probably going to be hectic. All kinds of things going on. So hopefully the planner also like don't be afraid to include like personal things in the planner. So like Natasha mentioned earlier, like okay, I want to try to work out on this day, or oh, I worked out today. Check. Um, or like even just making sure you get enough sleep, guys. I've literally put that in my planner. Like sleep well, because especially come like midterms, finals week, it 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 does get a little hectic, but it's gonna be a good year for you guys hopefully, and hopefully the tools we gave you achieving help you achieve that too. Um, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. So like um we're also like a resource here for you guys. So if the planners aren't working out, or if you want to see anything new added to it, like feel free to reach out to us. We will definitely try to do our best wishes as best as possible. And also just reach out if you like need help with anything. That's what we're here for. We're your success gurus. Our social media, most of it is under the tag UTRGVFYE. I'm going to put that in the chat real quick. UTRGVFYE. On Facebook, you can find us at UTRGV First Year Experience. And that is, I believe, the same thing for our YouTube First Year Experience. And you can always reach out on our social media, send us a DM if you have any questions or any concerns. Feel free to reach out. Starting this coming week, when school starts, we're going to be having like virtual info booth office hours, so that you can like schedule a time to meet with us one-on-one if you want us to answer any questions. And yeah, we're here for you, so feel free to reach out. We're here to help you, just like everyone on campus is doing their best to make sure things run as smoothly as possible. But even with everyone working hard, there are things that are bound to be like bumps in the road. So Like, we understand that, and we're just here to help. Like, faculty, staff, directors, everyone is just here to help you guys.
Yeah, and like I had mentioned before, we're also students here, so we remember going through the process of like transitioning to college and then sophomore year, junior year, and so on. So we want to use our experiences to help you guys and to just guide you guys where we know we can help you, or we know someone who can help you get the answer you need. Um, and I know I can speak for all of us, all of the gurus. We're all really excited to help you guys. We're excited to meet you guys. Um, I kind of wish we were in person so I can like actually like be working in person on campus, but COVID, and it's okay though. We will make it through this.
Yeah, we understand that the safety of everyone's important. So right now, it's best for us to like be remote, and we're gonna do our best to help you all the ways that we can, like even through this situation. So we hope you enjoyed our planner session. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, you can write them in the chat. And if not, then I guess that's the end of our planner session.